Jimmy Cliff, a name that carried the heartbeat of Jamaica across the world. Today, we look back at the extraordinary life of the reggae legend and the heartbreaking details behind his passing. Jimmy Cliff, born James Chambers in July 1944 in St. James Parish, Jamaica, grew up as the eighth of 9 children, surrounded by poverty but filled with dreams. From the age of 6, he was already singing in his local church, blessed with a soft, beautiful voice that would one day reach millions. His musical journey began when he heard ska pioneer Derek Morgan on the radio. Inspired, Jimmy asked his woodwork teacher how to write a song. The teacher simply said, "You just write it." And so he did. Jimmy started composing his own songs and even made a guitar out of bamboo. At 14, he moved to Kingston, took the name Cliff, symbolizing the heights he aimed to reach, and soon topped the Jamaican charts with Hurricane Hattie. By 1965, Jimmy moved to London to work with Island Records. At first, his label struggled to adapt his Jamaican sound for rock audiences. But that changed in 1969 with the release of Wonderful World, Beautiful People, a global feel-good anthem. That same year he released Vietnam, a powerful anti-war song that Bob Dylan later praised as the best protest song ever written. But Jimmy Cliff's true global breakthrough came in 1972. He starred in the film The Harder They Come, playing Ivan Martin, a young man navigating Jamaica's corrupt music world. The movie became a cornerstone of Jamaican cinema and introduced reggae to a worldwide audience, including America. Jimmy also contributed 4 songs to the soundtrack, including the emotional classic Many Rivers to Cross. This role made him an international star. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Jimmy continued to expand reggae's influence. He collaborated with the Rolling Stones, worked with The Clash, and even inspired artists like Wyclef Jean, who inducted him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010. In 1993, Jimmy reached a new generation of fans with his hit, I Can See Clearly Now, featured in the beloved film Cool Runnings. He won 2 Grammy Awards, for Cliffhanger in 1985 and Rebirth in 2012. And in 2003, Jamaica honored him with the prestigious Order of Merit, recognizing his contributions to the nation's culture. Jimmy once said, "The essence of my music is struggle. What gives it the icing is the hope of love." His songs spoke about politics, injustice, poverty, and hope. And his impact reached Africa, Latin America, Europe, and beyond. Even with all his awards and accomplishments, Jimmy said his greatest reward was hearing how his music changed people's lives. One fan once told him that his song, "You Can Get It If You Really Want," inspired them to return to school and become a teacher. Jimmy said that meant more than any award. But on a heartbreaking day, the world lost this reggae giant. Jimmy Cliff passed away at the age of 81. His wife, Latifa Chambers, confirmed the news in a deeply emotional message, saying, "It's with profound sadness that I share that my husband, Jimmy Cliff, has crossed over due to a seizure followed by pneumonia." The statement was signed by Latifa and their children, Lilty and Aiken. She thanked fans worldwide, saying their support was Jimmy's strength throughout his entire career. Tributes poured in immediately. Jamaica's Prime Minister called him a true cultural giant, whose music carried the soul of the nation to the world. UB40 wrote, "He finally crossed over the last river. Your music will live forever." Jimmy Cliff's legacy is undeniable. He didn't just make music, he shaped a global movement. He brought reggae from the streets of Jamaica to the center stage of the world. And even now, his message remains. You can get it if you really want. Rest in peace, Jimmy Cliff, a legend whose voice will live on forever.